Hello.
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 Let's go!
Hey, kids.
Hey, Dad.
War crimes will be prosecuted.
Does the word mean anything to you?
Yeah, I chose this profession, so therefore I earn beer.
You want to go to the matinee? The feeling is definitely there.
You don't know my name!
It's a new morning in America.
This is the old dude, Howard J. Reynolds.
Step into my office.
Not going to be too many punks.
Don't you stop worrying about the punk?
You! That's my name!
Yeah, let's go to the punk rock show.
Introducing for your listening pleasure.
And here we go. Episode 43. Top 5 songs with a TV reference.
Yes, sir.
Let's just get going, Mike. How are you?
You just want to pop in like that, hey?
I forgot to ask how you're doing.
I'm doing great. How about you, Nate?
Also, fine.
You're fine?
Yeah, fine. This is the last of 2018.
I know, crazy.
It's a little sad. But we need a break.
Yeah.
You know, we need some time off.
December's a busy month. No
Did
one
you
wants to
get
listen to a
your
podcast.
time off approval?
I'm just going to take it.
Yeah?
Yeah, I'm just going to go.
Just not show up?
They're not going to fire me, right?
I don't know, Mike. I don't make those kinds
Who
of
would
decisions.
upload to the website?
That's true. Well, no one will.
We would never figure out the iTunes thing.
No. Have we?
Well, it's on iTunes now.
Oh, okay.
At some point, I figured it out.
We'll say goodbye to another 2018, but in December, we will post our top 5 picks of the year, and that's when you, not you, Mike, the others, can send us your list of 2018 and tell us all the things we missed this year, what you liked.
I don't really care what you like.
Okay. Me
No,
or
just,
them?
just you.
Just me.
I want to
yeah.
hear what they like.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
You don't want to alienate our audience.
No, I like them.
Yeah. Yeah, it's me.
You and me.
I know. So, what have you been listening to, Michael?
You want me to go first?
I
eh?
want you.
Oh, all right. Well, now I feel kind of jerky because I said I didn't like you.
I know.
Or care about
But I knew that coming in here
you.
tonight.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'll just go.
Yeah.
The first thing is the new Charles Bradley.
Yeah, see, this blows my mind when people die and then like 2 years, like not like right away, but like 2 years. Has it been 2 years? I feel like it's been 2 years.
Has it been 2? I think it's only been a year.
Okay. Let's say a year. A year later, then they start cranking stuff out.
Well, some of the stuff are like there's a couple covers on there
Okay.
which were released previously on different things.
So not a new release?
No, I think it's just like most posthumously.
That sounds like a word.
Like is that the word?
It sounds
you're,
like
you're
it.
looking at me like I made it up, but I think it's a real word.
No, I think it's
I
a
just
real word.
pronounced it wrong.
I don't know how to say it.
All right.
Yeah. So
Okay.
I think brave move, good try, good stab, and keep going.
Anyway, generally a lot of those releases aren't great albums because I think they're just slapped together with like leftover studio recordings, B-sides, stuff that didn't get picked for other albums,
Yeah.
things like that. So the cool thing is this one, almost all the tracks are really good. And again, it doesn't flow like an album for me anyway, but everything's pretty cool. And there is one song on there that he was recording for a new album, but hadn't got to the vocals yet. So it's just left as an instrumental track. And knowing that it's kind of
that's cool.
knowing that it's kind of haunting now.
Yeah, totally.
So
I like that. I like that they didn't like rush out and find somebody that like, either sounded like him or, was like, took some influence from him or something like that,
Yeah.
like to do like an homage kind of thing.
no, it's cool.
Yeah. Very haunting.
Very haunting.
Yeah.
Just like last episode.
That was episode 42.
What else have I listened to? The Debt Neglector.
Yeah, I've been listening to that too. The new EP.
Yeah, it's really good.
It's awesome.
That kind of came out of nowhere too because I hadn't heard anything about them or anything, and then
Hadn't you heard their album before?
no,
Oh, I thought it was you that had suggested that to me before because it had come up somewhere. Like I recognized the cover art. I ended up grabbing that as well after listening to the EP because I was so impressed with the EP. But yeah, it's a great record. Yeah. I figured you'd like it because it's got kind of a Dear Landlord vibe to it.
Yeah, and like kind of that orc cork thing. And I really like Gatorface, and the guy from Gatorface is in it. So
oh, I did not know that.
I like the album. It's pretty funny too. Like some of the lyrics are pretty funny. And the other thing I've been listening to is it's a compilation put out by Hopeless Records called "Songs That Saved My Life."
Okay.
And it's all cover songs, and it's a mental health awareness and suicide prevention compilation.
Cool.
To be honest, a lot of the bands on there I could care less about, which sounds really crappy, but
we promote music.
Well, they're just not of my generation, I guess. They'd be like the generation after of us that listen to the bands on Hopeless doing covers. But the songs they picked to cover are kind of cool. Like there's Torns on there and Bullet with Butterfly Wings.
So is there like a reason that these bands pick these songs? Like is it because somebody from the band like found this song to kind of get them through some dark path? Or
I think that was the idea. I don't know 100%, but I think that was the idea when I first read about the comp. But the song that really stuck out with me is the Against Me cover of People Who Died by Jim Carroll Band.
That's a great song.
It is.
I just watched Basketball Diaries the other day.
You know what? I feel really embarrassed that I didn't know that the Jim Carroll Band was Jim Carroll from the Basketball Diaries.
Oh, really?
It's
Jim Carroll sounds like a pretty popular name.
I know.
In fairness,
I know the Jim Carroll Band. I know Catholic Boy, like that.
Yeah.
That album or whatever. But I honestly didn't know it, and I was telling my cousin about it, and he's like, "Oh, that's the guy from Basketball Diaries." I'm like, "That's the same guy."
Leonardo DiCaprio?
That guy? He's just coming up everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah. Conspiracies.
It's a good list of listening material.
What about you, good sir?
Well, I have been listening to that new Tightwire record, or that Tightwire record. I guess it's new, but it's their first.
The Red Scare one?
Yeah, the 6 Feet Deep.
I think it's their first. It's the first time I'd heard of them.
Yeah, me too. Thoughts?
Okay, I'm totally in the minority here. I don't get the hype on it.
Yeah.
Like people are just loving this album, and like it's good.
Yeah.
But maybe the hype is too much for me.
I don't really pay attention to any of that. Like I don't search that stuff out, like reviews or anything like that. Occasionally I'll look to one website for kind of what's new or
what I'm listening to on High Fives podcast.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, okay.
Have you ever heard that?
Yeah, it's me. I read it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
It's nice to meet you finally.
Hi, sir.
This is like some moment. We actually just shook hands there too. No one could see that. But the only hype I'd heard was Jay promoting it and saying it was great, but couching it with, this is just my opinion. I like it. I mean, it's nothing I haven't really heard before.
See, that's where I went with it. It's nothing that I haven't really heard before. It's a good album. It's entertaining.
Yeah.
But I think because I was reading so many good reviews and everyone was just raving about it, that I was like expecting something spectacular.
More, right.
And it's a good album.
You got to stop reading reviews.
Well, I like to hear what people have to think.
I'm right here.
I don't care what you think.
Oh, yeah. I've also been listening to the Laura Jane Grace and the Devouring Mothers record, and I really dig it. I am kind of surprised that I do. I mean, I didn't listen, as you know, I can't listen to the singles before the album comes out. But, yeah, I really like this record.
I think I have to give it another shot. I listened to it this morning.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it was at work. It wasn't grabbing me. It seemed a little bit different than Against Me, which is good if you're doing a solo.
Yeah, like I really like that because, I mean, she has such a distinct voice that, I mean, there are vocalists out there that their voice will just kind of always sound like the band you listen to.
Yeah, that's what I kind of assumed.
Yeah. But I think that musically and sonically, it's got Against Me flair to it for sure. But I think as a record, it is a departure. And, I think for somebody like her, it sounds like there are just like this constant tap of songs pouring out of her. So, I think it's cool to be like, you know what, this isn't really against me. This isn't that vibe. I want to do something different. And I think it does have kind of a different vibe. But it's interesting because like the bass player is their sound engineer, like for Against Me.
Okay.
And like, I feel like the production on this record, I prefer to the production on
The Against Me?
the latest Against Me. Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah.
Well, I am going to give it another listen because I really like Against Me and I like her. And
Adam Willard is an awesome drummer, and he's in this band too. So, and the last thing I've been listening to is album by a band called Bad Sports.
Oh.
And I actually picked up this album before we got this email, but Bad Sports is people. They have people. They reached out to us and said, hey, here's a song. We got a new, Bad Sports had a new record coming out. So if you want to play it. And it's always kind of cool, like for bands that we like. Not to say we don't like music by other bands that are giving us music, but a lot of the times we haven't heard of these bands, or we're discovering them for the first time.
When
right?
you're a big fan of a band,
Yeah.
it's pretty cool.
And they're like,
I think we
hey.
were both pretty giddy when we got this.
A little bit.
Yeah.
A little bit. It was like meeting you just now.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was similar to that.
Well,
So
you don't want to give it that much credit.
So for those of you who don't know, Bad Sports is of the Dirt Nap family. So, I mean, Dirt Nap has its sound. I think this record is Bad Sports. Like it's what I would expect from them. But I still think there's a progression to the record, like musically.
I gave it another listen today as well, and I was thinking the exact same thing. I'm like, oh, because the first few times I listened to it, I liked it a lot. I was like, oh, it sounds like a Bad Sports album.
Yeah.
I think it's a little bit like there's a progression there for sure.
Totally. Yeah. There's a maturity of kind of what they were doing to what they've created in this record. The song is called Constant Stimulation. It's the title track off Constant Stimulation.
Fill my ears with voices laughing in the face of grief. Comic relief. Watching for the fear.
And we're back. Nice.
Did you like doing this topic?
I did like doing this topic, but it's hard. Like there was, we kind of talked a little bit about it last episode, like in terms of like just throwing words into a search engine online and having it spit out hundreds of things at you, and then you curate a list from that. But this one didn't spit much back at me at all.
No, because I was lost for a bit and I was doing a lot of research, and Google didn't help very much.
No, and like Bing too. Like Bing really let me down.
Yeah. It's a good thing you're a sponsor though, because like...
Well, I mean, we have some pull, we have some influence there.
Yeah,
right?
I mean, otherwise I wouldn't use it again.
No.
But
no.
But they're keeping the lights on, so...
Barely. We're doing this by candlelight tonight.
Yes.
They provide the candles.
I thought it was romantic.
Yeah, it is. It's nice.
Well, when you're meeting somebody for the first time.
Yeah.
Face to face.
I don't know that I've been to a candlelight meeting for the first time ever.
That's how you know I'm a serial killer.
What kind of meetings do you go to, Mike?
Yeah, I don't know. Back on topic, away from the candlelight, I just thought it was kind of tough. And it's weird because I kind of feel like music's filled with pop, especially punk.
Yeah.
Is filled with pop culture references.
Totally.
And you'd think a TV one would be easy, but like it seems a lot more like there's more literary and movie references rather than TV.
Well, and a lot of times too, it's like, I mean, even searching within your own catalog, like what are you typing in for keywords for things to come up, right? Like, a lot of the times the TV reference is kind of just embedded into the song, right? It's not the song title or anything like that.
Yeah, like I did find some interesting tidbits out. Like one of the songs I could have used was a Kiss song, which might have been the first time. I didn't use it.
Shocking, you didn't.
No, but I did find out that Calling Dr. Love is from a Three Stooges bit.
Huh.
But Gene Simmons somehow sexualized it and made it a Kiss song.
That sounds about right.
That's what they do, right?
Is it a Kiss song without being sexualized?
No, I guess not.
What came first, the chicken or the egg?
And then even crazier was that Peg from Married with Children does backup vocals on it.
That is crazy.
Yeah.
She still has Peg from Married with Children, hey? Like Sons of Anarchy did nothing for her, hey?
Yeah, like she's just there.
Yeah.
And she's such a main character on Sons of Anarchy too.
I would believe that maybe a lot of people don't know that that's Peg from Married with Children. She looks a lot different.
I kind of feel like she looks the same.
Really?
She's pretty...
She didn't have the big hair.
Yeah,
though.
I guess. She's pretty rough on Married with Children though too.
Well, enough about Peg.
Yeah, and back to the topic. I mean, I just thought it would be so easy because it's like some of my favorite things are TV, pop culture references, and music. And
all in one episode.
And it failed.
Yeah. Yeah.
Huh? So I'm curious to see what way you went.
Well, I went a lot of ways, Mike.
I went a lot of ways too. That's why I'm curious to see what way you went.
I think there's gonna be at least one crossover.
You think?
Yeah. Do you have some audibles ready, or are you just going with it? If I pull one that you have, are you just gonna concede it and go, "Yep," and we're just gonna play one song?
I have some audibles in my head, but I don't have
in your head.
I have
but they're not written down.
There's no notes, so I don't know. We'll play it by ear.
Okay.
This is gonna be on the fly.
This is exciting.
Yeah.
Right? Like, are you excited? Stop looking at my list. That's not gonna help you. It's not gonna help you.
Fine, Nathan.
You can't read upside down, anyways.
It's true.
My first pick is
no one ever taught me.
from an album that came out last year. It was one of my top albums of last year. One of my favorite albums of last year. And I still rock this album quite a bit. I really like it. I rock it.
All right.
Yeah. Are you ready? The album's called Bear Your Mind. The band's called Free Throw.
Oh.
And the song is Randy, I Am the Liquor.
Very nice.
Yeah.
I didn't even think about that one. That's an easy one too.
It's so good. Like you've seen that clip, right?
Yeah.
From Trailer Park Boys. So for those of you that don't know, it's a reference to Trailer Park Boys, which is a show that I feel like I should have gotten into more, and I just never did. Like, I think I watched a handful of episodes, and I'm like, that's good.
It's not my thing.
No.
And it's very Canadian, which I'm surprised it's so popular in the States.
Yeah.
The only thing going is Jono's on there.
Yeah. Well, Jono's the man.
Jono, man.
But it's such a funny moment when Leahy turns to Randy and utters those words. but it's kind of actually a sad song about dependency. So there's the
Which version did you use?
there's the paradox. Well, that's a good question, Mike. I did use the one from Bear Your Mind, but I do really like the and I think we talked about this before, but they did that EP where they reimagined a bunch of their songs, like not just stripped them down, but like did something new with them.
Yeah.
And I prefer the rockier one.
All right.
Yeah. But fun fact about Jim Leahy, or John Dunsworth, as he was his Christian name, let's say.
His Christian name?
He apparently, according to Wikipedia, he rarely drank at all. Which is kind of amazing because when you watch that show, you just assume he's drunk the entire time. You know, like, I mean, playing drunk, I feel like that's a tough thing to do because you can overdo it real quick.
Yeah.
Right? And surprisingly enough, too, he's like been in a ton of film and TV.
Yeah, I noticed when he died that like he was a lot more of a prominent actor than I thought he was.
Yeah, like, I mean, nothing I recognize.
No, but
which is fairly common with Canadian film and TV. But I had no idea. I thought that was it. That was the beginning and the end of the road for John Dunsworth. Not true.
Not true.
That's number one.
My number one pick is a band we featured a lot.
Oh, good. That we or you?
Well, I think we've both put them on here, actually.
Ooh.
Before, but probably just me.
Exciting.
The band is Iron Chic.
Ah, yes. I don't think I've made an Iron Chic pick.
Oh, okay. Well, did you make an Iron Chic pick tonight?
No.
All right. Then we're doing good so far.
But that's a good place to start because I feel like they would have TV references built into their song titles.
So the song I actually picked is a cover song.
Ooh.
That they did of it was a Butthole Surfers song.
The Butthole Surfers. It's been a long time since I've heard that name come up.
It is. Were you a fan of them?
You know what? I wanted to be because they were so weird, but I couldn't get into it.
I feel like I was a fan of them only because they were weird. Like, I don't know if I know anything about them other than like.
No.
But ironically, from TV, because of Beavis and Butthead, I think I got into Butthole Surfers.
Yeah, that's how everyone got into Butthole. Just like that's how everyone our age got into Queen was through Wayne's World.
Well, that's not true.
For the most part.
Okay, fine.
The song went number one again when that movie came out.
My mom was a big Queens fan.
Okay,
okay.
Okay.
All right. And the song's intro is the theme from MASH.
Oh.
And MASH is one of those shows I really hated as a kid. Like, do you remember like coming home from school and if you missed like there'd be like maybe like a couple cartoons or like something geared towards kids, and then a MASH rerun would come on and you'd just be like, oh man. But we didn't have enough channels to like. There was no escape. So if you wanted to watch TV, you were like, guess I'm watching MASH.
I remember it like I remember that exact story happening in my life though. Like. Well, I shouldn't say exact because I don't remember like coming home from school. This was like an after dinner thing at our house.
Or it might have been after dinner. Like I just remember being like, you missed the good stuff.
Yeah.
And now a MASH rerun was on and you're like.
And it was like the only show my dad ever watched while we were awake. So it was like, there is no hope you're getting the remote.
Yeah. But I feel like maybe MASH is funny now, like because you know about war and stuff like that a little bit more than you do when you're a little kid.
Yeah, watching a comedy about the Vietnam War was a little tough at 8.
I think it was the Korean War.
Oh.
Come on, man.
All right, sorry. I'm not up on my MASH.
But Alan Alda was in it.
Yes.
He's funny, right?
Yeah, I feel like he is. Right. Hawkeye.
War's funny, right?
I don't know about that.
Yeah. All right. Well, anyway, the song is called Goofy's Concern. It's by Iron Chic.
Excellent. And Randy, I Am the Liquor by Free Throw.
Drunk in my room, alone again. For the second night this week, I call my friends, ask if they could come over. But they've got plans. They try to invite me, but it's not that exciting. Plus, this bottle's in my hand, so I just let them go. Why can't I let it go? this, just let it go. Trudging my room alone again. For the third night this week, call my friends, they don't care. Trudging my room alone again. For the third night this week, call my friends, they don't care. Fucking I'm letting go. Fucking I'm letting go. Fuck this, I'm letting go.
All right. Ready?
That was a horrible moment right there when that song started.
Flashbacks, eh?
Oh man, it's just like I almost started running for the TV. It was horrible, man.
It was. One of these days I'm going to watch it again just to see if I just didn't get it.
You're going to get hooked. And then you're going to have, like, how many seasons is that?
Oh, there's a lot.
That's brave, man.
Wasn't the season finale or the series finale like one of the most watched TV shows of all
I think
time?
we were like 26 years old when that happened. It's crazy, man. You're crazy. You're crazy.
I've never seen the movie.
No. Why would you see that movie?
Well, the movie was before the TV show.
Was it?
Yeah, it's
I feel like that'd be a bad movie. Did it have some of the same actors?
only a few of them.
Yeah. Some of them weren't good enough for TV.
Yeah,
You were a problem on the movie set. No TV for you.
I don't know if Alan Alda made the cut.
Oh, what?
Is Alan Alda still alive?
That's a good question.
He's got a good acting name, Alan Alda.
I wouldn't be surprised either way.
Yeah.
Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
Number 2. Well, this is a band that I think I played them. I may have used and abused them a little too much early on. Don't look. Stop looking. I'm going to have to bring like a little
can't
folder
see.
to guard this.
I'm pretty much blind, so don't worry about it.
I feel like I used them a little too much in the beginning, and it became something where it was like, oh, come on, Nate. I remember one episode in particular where you like almost
Said,
got
"Come on, Nate."
violent. You were so mad that I picked this band again. And I don't think it's been that many times. I think it was just... Anyways, I'm revisiting this band, and I haven't used them in a very long time, like many, many episodes. Yeah.
I just gave you a really good look for that.
Yeah, you sure did.
Yeah.
The band, do you know what the band is after that description?
There's 3 bands I could guess.
Okay, 3. Let's hear them.
The Descendants,
Or
The Weaker Thans, Good Riddance.
I don't think I've used Good Riddance that much, have I?
don't know. I'm just
You're
saying.
just making claims. Outrageous claims. The Descendants, your first pick. That's, that's who it was.
You used them a lot in the first little bit.
I know, but that
You were
was
on a kick.
That was a long time ago. We're at episode 43.
And then you'd be like, well, I didn't use the Descendants, but I used a side project.
Well, that's different.
No, it's not. I used Iron Sheik how many times?
Lots.
And their weird family tree.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, but
so-
I mean, that's a huge family. Song's called Nothing With You. It's off the album Cool to Be You.
What's the reference?
You. Oh, there are many.
Oh, really?
There are many. It's like the ultimate song about being a couch potato with your significant other. And they talk about Seinfeld, Simpsons, so-called life.
All shows I like.
I know.
Well, actually, I didn't like My So-Called Life.
I feel like maybe I watched it later in life, but not much. Like, it was like a girl I was dating at the time was like really into it. So I was like, yeah, okay, let's see what this is all about. And
See, I don't like Claire Danes. I didn't like her then, and I don't like her now. But I
I
do
like
like
her in
Homeland.
Homeland,
I do
yeah.
like Homeland, but I just don't like her. She
it's
annoys me.
Jared Leto that really bothered me in that show.
The Leto, eh?
And his band.
His band's good. No, I'm not just kidding. I'm kidding.
Come on.
I just wanted to see your face.
Well, I don't know what. I don't think
can't
it was
even-
30 Seconds to Mars
I don't
in
even know
My
what his band's
So-Called
name is.
Life. That's it.
Yeah,
I think.
I honestly
Pretty
don't
sure.
know.
But yeah, have you come any further in the Descendants world, or still?
I dabble in the Descendants world.
I
It's
feel
not that
like
I don't
this
like
is
them.
the record you would like, though.
I like them. I just don't. Nothing ever like. I'm never just like, oh, I should throw on a Descendants album. But if I hear a Descendants song, I like it.
Or a pick on the
Yeah.
podcast. Yeah. No.
Never.
Okay.
Never.
So you're going to hear all kinds of references.
Excellent.
It's a song about television, Mike.
Well, that works then.
Back to the party.
Yeah.
What's your pick?
My pick's a little bit different
Ooh, different how?
because it doesn't really reference TV,
Okay.
but it was used in a TV show.
Okay.
And whenever I hear the song, I think of the TV show.
I like where you're going with
So
it.
does this work?
Yeah, yeah.
This fits
If it
in.
was used in a TV show, like I feel like that could be another episode topic.
Yeah.
But it's still a TV reference.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'll give it to you.
So I automatically associate this song with this TV show.
I like that you've taken it out of the literal world for a moment.
Yeah.
Just for a moment.
The show is Undergrads. Did you ever watch that show?
No.
It was a cartoon, so
Okay.
and I don't know how you feel about cartoons when you're an adult. And the band is the Bonaducci's.
Okay.
And the song is Sarah's Black Pajamas.
See, I feel like the Bonaducci's could even be
Oh, yeah.
a TV reference in and of itself. So this is
love
$2, 2 bangs for your buck.
That's amazing that I didn't even put that together.
Well, you needed somebody here to show you the way, Mike.
That's pretty pathetic.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
You're welcome. Mike's the pretty one. I'm the smart one.
Yeah. Something. I don't know if I'm anything. Anyway.
You're pretty.
Thanks, Nate. You know,
Very pretty.
yeah, well.
Very
Now I've lost my train of thought.
pretty.
I'm lost in my own eyes.
How does that work?
Just does. Anyway, the show Undergrads is on like kind of when we were in university, and
Okay.
it would often be on the Cartoon Network or on Much Music late when we got home.
What was
Like,
it
after
about?
drinking. Just some guys in college.
Oh, okay. So like not a kid's cartoon.
No, not a kids cartoon. Definitely not a kids cartoon. Like I used to watch it a lot when I come home, like either from a night out drinking or being the designated driver.
It's your drinking show.
Yeah, it was just one of those shows. You know, like when you came home when you were young and you were like, you got into bed and you were like, didn't really want to go to
Not
sleep
yet. Not yet.
Yeah.
Pour yourself another.
Well, I didn't pour myself another in my bed.
Another paralyzer. One more for the road.
Anyway,
Another
and
candy apple.
one of the standouts of the show was the soundtrack was always really good.
Okay.
Like a lot of the stomp bands were on there at the time, and
Oh,
like
cool.
Sloan and bands like that.
Was it a Canadian
I
cartoon?
don't think it was a Canadian cartoon.
Oh,
That's
wow.
the weird thing about it because it was on MTV. Yeah, so I used to like it, and I used to talk with Johnny about it a lot. And Johnny once referred to me as the main character, which was really offensive to me at the time.
What was his name?
Nits.
Nits.
Yeah.
I feel like that's what we should start calling you.
I was pretty distraught when he's like, "Man, you're a lot like Nits."
Oh,
No one wants to be the main character in like a show where like the guy's like kind of
about undergrads.
a depressed like student
Yeah.
pining over girls and things like that. Anyway, in one of the episodes, this Bonaducci song was on, and at the very end, and for some reason I was like, "Is that the Bonaducci's?" And like, I hadn't thought about the Bonaducci's in a few years because they stopped playing around town, and I was like, there's a difference between being on a stomp band and being on there, and then being the Bonaducci's and being on the show.
Sure.
So I was like, that's pretty cool. And so ever since then, I just think of whenever I hear Sarah's Black Pajamas, I think of that show.
Sarah's Black Pajamas.
Yep.
Excellent. By the Bonaducci's. And also,
Not Danny Bonaducci,
no,
but
no,
the Bonaducci's.
The. And also, Nothing With You by Mike's favorite band, The Descendants.
You make it sound like I don't like them.
I know.
I don't wanna move. I'll just sit here in my living room and see what's on the tube while I'm hanging out with you. People knock on my door, ringing my phone, telling me the things I gotta get done today to satisfy them. But what about me? Lately I've been wishing I was brain dead, no responsibilities in my head today. Baby, let's see what's on the TV. Doing nothing, having fun. Off to bed to get things done. I'm not lazy, all those prior scenes from the stomach bumps of bleached out slaves weren't as far away as we thought. And we were failing to acknowledge what's so obvious, all the signs we've seen before. But Sarah's black pajamas sneaking out from clothes that she plucked off of the bathroom floor. Suicide can be the subtle thing that keeps burrowing through your routine till you're not eating and the phones just ring themselves to sleep. And now it's all becoming clear that any victory we claim this year was just us redefining death for all relief. Candles burning down, clocks are all embarrassed now from the way they've been assigned. Like when you made it of a turtle-shaped waiting pool, strip all innocence from our lives. And we were failing to acknowledge what's so obvious, all the signs we've seen before. But Sarah's black pajamas peeking out from clothes that she plucked off of the bathroom floor.
The funny thing about that song is I think of you every time I hear it.
Why?
Not like you and I sitting,
Simpsons?
yeah, not like you and I sitting on the couch in a romantic way, spending an afternoon together. That would be fun, though.
It's just that I like to sit around and watch TV.
No, just that Simpsons is like, whenever I think of Simpsons, I think of you, and whenever I think of Seinfeld, I maybe third thought is you.
Oh.
Yeah, not first.
Oh,
Simpsons you get first.
thanks.
You still watch The Simpsons?
No, I'm wearing a Simpsons shirt right now, though.
I know. You don't still watch it though?
Like old ones. I don't watch any of the new ones.
No.
Like I don't make if it's on and there's nothing else going on, I'll casually view it, but generally don't enjoy it.
Did you hear the big news though?
The Who news?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. It's crazy.
I'm just more shocked that the show's still on.
Well, yeah. Like at what point are they just gonna, take a Seinfeld note?
I did read an interesting theory though about Simpsons.
What is it?
And it was same thing with Saturday Night Live. It's that whatever generation of Simpsons you grew up watching, you consider that the peak era.
Right.
So like for us, it's like 1 through 10 are like really good.
That's interesting, eh?
So and I've heard that about Saturday Night Live too. So like
Yeah,
whatever.
I've heard
so
that
like
too.
we like if you grew up with the Adam Sandler one,
Yeah.
that's the generation you love, and you're like everything else is okay, but
That's the one.
that's the peak.
Yeah. Huh.
So, but I don't know. I just don't get it. It's not fun. To me, it's just not funny anymore. Like I still religiously watch the old ones. And like,
Religiously, like you watch them on Sundays?
yeah,
Okay.
yeah, instead of church.
Yeah. It's good.
It's my church.
It's good. Church of Mike.
Yeah.
When I say Topanga, you say,
Boy Meets World.
okay, nice.
I love Boy Meets World.
I was hoping you were going to go deeper than that and say Lawrence. Because that's her last name.
Topanga Lawrence.
Yeah. I was really hoping. I had my fingers crossed.
I have the full series.
Wow. Have you watched it recently? I feel like it would be a big letdown to watch now.
It's still. I mean, it's of an era.
Of course,
of
yeah.
like sitcom, of family sitcom.
Super cheesy.
But
moral at the end of the story: don't do drugs, stay in school.
But I like shit like that.
Yeah.
Like I like Full House, and I like Family Ties, and I like Growing Pains, and all.
I like a lot of them, but I feel like some of them, there's just no way they could stand up. Like I love watching Family Ties now, mostly just because of Alex P. Keaton.
Family Ties still holds up.
Totally.
So that's a whole different thing. But we don't need to go into my Family
I don't
Ties
know
though.
if Growing Pains would. Does it?
No, not really.
No. Boy Meets World, I feel
Boy
wouldn't.
Meets World didn't really in the same way that Full House would. Like you're just like, oh, that's cheesy.
But I think Full House has this weird nostalgia attached to it. Like I don't have that same nostalgia for like
You weren't a
something
TGI.
like
You weren't a TGIF guy.
Oh,
hey?
I was, but that was one of those shows that kind of came in late.
Yeah.
Right? Like I feel like the originals, like Perfect Strangers, Full House, Family Matters, Step by Step, all those have like the nostalgia, right?
Yeah, for sure.
That second kind of run is just kind of,
Well, they just started like phasing other ones out and tossing similar shows in.
Yeah.
Boy Meets World, I like though. I did like that one.
You should watch it again. Tell me what you think.
I will.
Okay. That's your homework assignment.
Sounds good.
The next song I picked is called Topanga Lawrence.
Oh.
And it's by a band called Charmer. You ever heard of them?
I have not.
No, me neither. I don't know anything about this band, but this was one of those moments where we had decided on the list, and I was listening to Spotify, and I looked down at my phone. I'm like, oh, that's kind of interesting song. And I look down, and it says Topanga Lawrence, and I'm like, oh, man, I'm writing that one down. So here it is. The band's called Charmer. It's off their self-titled record, and it's a fictional song about Topanga Lawrence. Like the character in the song is basically, saying like, can I be cool with you and come. I don't know if he actually says this or if I just made up like a story in my head, but like, can I come smoke weed with you or something like that? And I thought, oh, is this like later Boy Meets World when like Corey, they went to college or something? But it's not. It's just a fictional story, but it has the TV reference, and it's a good song.
Oh, okay. Well, that's the important part. It's a good song.
Yeah,
it was a bad song.
I didn't just blind pick any song
just because you like Topanga.
Yeah. Did you have a bit of a crush on Topanga?
No, I didn't.
No, she didn't do much for me in the crush world either. But she was like one of those kind of like teen heartthrobs in the day, right?
Her character was always cool.
She ever do anything past Boy Meets World?
She did Girl Meets World.
No.
Yeah.
For real?
For real.
Oh, wow.
And she just got married. I saw the other day, ironically, on Twitter.
That is weird. I didn't know you were following her. So
I was not following her. So intense. But it came up somewhere that she got married.
Huh. The more you know.
Yeah. Well, she's off the market.
Yeah. Darn.
Maybe you can still smoke weed with her, though. I don't know.
It's not me. I'm not the fictional character.
Yeah.
What did you pick?
Band Charmer?
What did you pick?
What did I pick? Funny enough, this is also a band I didn't know a ton about.
Okay.
And it's a band that when I had asked someone about this topic, they told me to check out this band and
Who's
this song.
Someone?
Just a friend.
Okay. You called a friend?
I called a friend. Who wants to be a millionaire at it? Regis said it was okay.
I feel like Regis hasn't done that show in a long time.
Is Regis alive?
I don't know.
Or him and Ellen Elda hanging out.
That could go either way.
Yeah, that's another one, eh?
Yeah.
But it was a band I had heard of because this album, when it came out, got a lot of really good reviews. And
like reviews.
I do.
You really do.
Well, that's how I find out about a lot of music.
Yeah.
By reading reviews.
No, I get it.
You got to do that kind of thing.
I appreciate it.
You got to do the work.
Yeah, do the work. Do work.
All right.
Go to the
what do you
gym,
expect?
read reviews, do work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, going back to the reviews.
Yes. Tell me about the reviews.
The reviews were good for this album.
Good.
They were great.
Mmm.
But do you ever read a band name and then be like,
Can't
"Yeah,
do it.
I probably won't like them."
I do. Yeah. Or I read a band name and I'm like, that's a great name. I got to check that out.
I also do that.
Yeah.
This is one of those bands when I heard the name, I kind of associated them with those how I brought up in the intro, the later Hopeless Records bands.
Okay.
And I'm just like, yeah, like a band like Dance Gavin Dance.
Don't know it.
Yeah, I don't really know them. Or Panic at the Disco. Like they're just bands I don't.
Well, that was Fueled by Ramen.
Oh, yeah, you know what I'm getting at though, right? Like,
Yeah.
there's like this other group of.
I really
Modern
liked Panic at the Disco when it came out.
That's fine.
Yeah.
But there's like group of bands
Fine.
that came out and they got really popular, but I wasn't. It's not for me. It's not to say that they're bad
Gotcha.
or anything, but it's just past me. Probably like how guys that listen to the Descendants and stuff like that were like, I'm not listening to anything that came out after like they'll listen to Bad Religion and NoFX, but they probably won't listen to something else off Fat Records
Or an orgcore band.
Yeah, like they're just not into that, right? So
Not
that's
into
how
orgcore.
so that's how I feel about like a lot of those bands. And this band
Yes.
kind of gave me that vibe by their name, even though they were on Side One Dummy and this album was getting good reviews.
Okay.
So the band is Roswell Kid.
Oh, I like that name.
Yeah, it's not even a bad name. It's just I saw the artwork, I saw the name, and I was like, oh, they're gonna sound like kind of more modern.
Yeah. I thought I think I've listened to a little bit of this band, but not enough to really like get a good feel for
See,
it.
I think you'll really like them.
Yeah?
After listening to it, because I listened to the album on this recommendation now, and it's awesome. It's got like a really good Free Throw, like the band Free Throw, like same sort of vibe, like indie rock with an emo tinge to it.
Yep.
And the song I picked is called Mad TV, which is about Mad TV.
It is
Well, I don't know if it's really about Mad TV, but it
Okay.
references Mad TV.
in the title or in the song.
In the song and in the title.
Like characters, or does it
Just says Mad TV.
Okay.
Let's not get into depth there.
That's it. That's it. Just Mad TV over and over and over
Yeah.
again. That's a show that I don't know.
I was just going to ask you, did you like Mad TV?
There were moments, like I certainly watched it, and there were certain sketches that were hilarious. Like the guy who played the little boy, the look what I could do, the Stewart kid.
Oh, yeah.
Stewart! That one. And I like the Lowered Expectations thing was pretty hilarious. It was
that
like a
Mad
dating service.
Was that Mad TV or
Yeah.
SNL?
No, that was Mad TV.
See, there's a part there where they cross over in my head.
Yeah.
And like there was when Mad TV first came out, I thought the first 2 seasons were like really good. Like it was the first skit show in a while that could hold itself to SNL.
Yeah.
But then I like just phased off. But apparently like the last few seasons were unreal.
Really?
But I don't know.
I don't know if I believe that.
That's what the people say.
The reviews. Back to the reviews.
Yeah, they're all subjective.
Topanga Lawrence, Charmer, and
Roswell Kid with Mad TV.
Could you please not fall asleep to the title screen of your favorite movie? I'm sorry for when I leave, and I just can't deal with your body touching me, and the distance between our house doesn't matter to me right now. So I'll bring my shoes up to your room, so your friends don't know I'm with you. I'll bring my shoes up to your room so your friends don't know I'm with It's a time call. Why'd you get so cool? Invite me over, get high in your bedroom. Is it normal for people to move on to better things, but I'm still in love with you? Bundled and watching Clue. There's nothing better that I would rather do. Some people I barely knew. It's way too real. Scrubbing my hands away. Dirty pile of windbreakers every day. I'm watching the words I say. It's way too real. Mad TV with the sound down. Watch my neighbor exit for a smoke. There's no such thing as a downtown. Wind it up and do it all again. Someday I'll be the best, soaking up what I missed on a VHS. It's perfect like all the rest. It's way too real. Feeling it fade away. Something new in its place nearly every day. Forgetting the words I say. It's way too real. Bad TV with the sound down. Watch the neighbor exit for a smoke. There's no such thing as a downtown. Wind it up, do it all again. Wind it up, do it all again.
This song I picked because it's a great song. This next one. This album got a little bit of heat in the WhatsApp chat, but I don't care. And I'm revisiting it because it's a great album and it deserves to be talked about.
Who gave it heat?
I'm not going to name names. It's not important.
Gotta name names.
No,
All
it's
right,
not
all right,
important.
all right.
It's not important. They know who they are.
Is it me?
It was not you. You're in support of this record.
Okay. Then I'm on sport again.
I like when you and I align. It doesn't happen often.
Sometimes I just don't align with you just for the fun of it.
I know. And then there's times where I feel like you're like, nah, Nate needs a lifeline in there. I'm going to throw him one.
Yeah.
And then you don't. Or there's cement attached to that lifeline. Couple Because I imagine a lifeline like in water.
Yeah.
Okay. The album's Hitler bad, Vandals good. One of my favorite Vandals albums. I think my favorite Vandals albums, and I'll stand by it all the way to the end.
Yes and no.
Okay.
Yes.
That sounds like an on the fence kind of answer.
Well, my favorite Vandals album is the Christmas album.
Oh, okay.
So, but that doesn't really qualify as a...
No.
So Hitler bad, Vandals good is like...
So have
their best.
you ever thought of going to their winter formal?
I didn't even know that existed.
Oh yeah, they have a winter formal every year. And I don't know if they play the Christmas album front to back, but I feel like they must throw some of those Christmas songs. I mean, that is...
It's amazing.
It's straight up genius.
Yeah.
Right?
It's so good.
Yeah. So anyways, the song's Too Much Drama. Do you know the song? Doesn't come
I probably
to mind.
do. It's not coming to my... It's been a long time since I listened to that album.
Song about the fantasy of a TV family giving you life lessons. Lot of references in here. And it's even got like, I feel like the part where they talk about the TV characters, it's almost like a musical version of like a TV montage. Remember the TV montage? It was the greatest part of any show.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, I think it was.
Okay.
That's it. That's my pick. What do you got?
I kind of before I go, I kind of feel like the Vandals probably should have a lot of TV references. They seem like the kind of band that would toss those in. I just didn't think of any.
Yeah, I didn't. This is the one that came to mind.
Mm-hmm.
I really and truly like this song.
You really and truly like the song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it was the only one that
right.
came to mind.
Okay.
Okay.
This is an artist I've featured on here before.
Okay.
And it's Ellie Gertz and her band Cosby Sweater.
Okay.
Which she has
Wow.
since said she regrets using.
Okay.
It didn't stand the test of time. But I think this album came out in like 2012
You never know, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't imagine anybody's writing songs about Bill Cosby post.
This song is not about Bill Cosby though.
It's just about a sweater?
No, she calls herself Cosby Sweater. She doesn't. Her name's Ellie Gertz, but her stage name is Cosby Sweater.
What?
For this album.
Just for one album?
Well, it's a comedy album, I think.
Okay.
And the album is called Cosby Sweater as well. Yeah, you can sigh all you want. Anyway, Ellie Gertz does a Simpsons podcast, and she is the publisher of Mad Magazine now. Or not
Really?
the publisher, the editor of Mad Magazine now.
Wow. Is Mad still going?
I think she is part of the revitalization of Mad.
Wow.
And she's a pretty good comic. Anyway, most of her songs on this album are about TV shows. I think we featured the Millhouse one before.
Yes.
And this song,
I like that song.
it's a good song.
Yeah.
She has one about freaks and geeks, and she has one about. There's another one in there that I can't remember right now. That's
Okay.
about TV. There's some stuff about probably some fantasy stuff and things like that. Anyway, they're all pop culture references. And the song I picked is called Open Letter to Myself, which is a letter written to herself about being snobby about music and TV and stuff like that and how you shouldn't be. And it references a lot of TV shows. And a lot of the stuff she says is similar to how I think.
I was just going to say.
Yeah, like it's a good point. Like sometimes I'm quick to judge people based on what they like and don't like, and you shouldn't do that. I mean, you can. And I do, and I know you do, Nate.
Yeah.
So it's
lot
a
of
problem.
times-
It's a problem we both have.
All right.
But it's a problem that as you get older, you work on a little bit. You start to realize.
First step is acceptance.
Yeah. But the best line in the whole thing is at the end. She's like, "Well, if you don't like Seinfeld, you deserve to get made fun of," which I
That's
also
true.
agree.
I agree.
Plus, it's a good point to bring up that I'm still looking for anybody that wants to start a Seinfeld themed band.
Dude, I'm ready.
Yeah. There's just the two of us. It's just the two of us right now.
Okay, but I'm still in the mix. is
And
what
you're
saying.
talented, and I'm not.
So it's like
I could just help with lyrics and like being there.
You're a good being there guy.
But my musical talent is pretty slim.
Well, I think you could stand up, Mike.
But anyway, it's out there.
You've just given away the best secret ever kept.
Well, it's been like 5 years of you and me talking about it, and nothing ever
Probably
happened.
not going to happen. Yeah.
But I didn't let out the best part. Your idea for the band.
Yeah. Don't let that part out.
No.
Let
You're
that
always
secret
the best
stand.
part of the idea.
Let that secret stand. Too much drama. The Vandals and
Open letter to myself, Allie Gertz.
Hot stepmoms and surrogate dads. It breaks my heart to see him so sad, lying alone in his room with the frown on. Reruns show him what he's missing out on. If life would be like he sees it on TV, he wouldn't have to hurt so bad. Hurt so bad 'cause it's too much drama. It's too much drama. Dad and mama trading back and forth until he turns 18. It's too much drama. The kid don't need no new step grandma, so he joins the family on the screen. Can't you see? Too many parents leave, too many sets of parents leave. A kid who can't believe how they can think that he can take it. It's all he can do to fake it. Out for a weekend with real dad, but the only thing real's how real bad. He just wants his life to be black and white. Those people never fight. If he could Xerox a home from the talking picture box, he wouldn't have to hurt so bad. Hurt so bad 'cause it's too much drama. It's too much drama. Dad and mama trading back and forth until he turns 18. It's too much drama. The kid don't need no new step grandma, so he joins the family on the screen. Can't you see? Too many parents leave, too many sets of parents leave. A kid who can't believe how they can think that he can't take it. It's all he can do to fake. So he turns to TV for help and for guidance. A lot of his virtue he picks up from Linus. Fonzie taught him what it means to be cool. From Doogie he learned that he must go to school. Three's Company taught him that just acting gay could lower the actual rent he would pay. Cops showed him beating your wife and your neighbor could immortalize you and your double white trailer. It's too much drama, it's too much drama. Dad and mama trading back and forth until he turns 18. It's too much drama, the kid don't need no new step grandma, so he joins the family on the screen. Can't you see? Too many parents leave, too many sets of parents leave. A kid who can't believe how they can't think that he can't take it. It's all he can do to fake it. He wouldn't have to hurt so bad.
Dear Allison, won't you hold on to your virtues, but not get caught up in your head? Did you know that it's okay for people to like different things? But will it matter when you're dead? That you like what you do. When people ask who's got the best taste, you say you. It's time to put that to rest. Don't forget the subjectivity of best. You can have a friend who likes watching Friends without thinking they're a bad person. I know that you're leery of people who like Big Bang Theory, 'cause you think there's no show worse than that. But you can't change what people like. If your mom likes Glee, don't put up a fight. You can still be opinionated without making your friends feel so alienated. And just stop telling them that they're wrong for listening to their favorite song. If they don't know what in Bruges is, or prefer the Three Stooges to Chico, Harpo, and Groucho Marx. If they don't like Django Reinhardt or Dimitri Martin's pie charts, try and spare them your snide remarks. You can like the makes 2.5 men try and be polite. You can still be opinionated without making your friends feel so alienated. Just stop telling them that they're wrong for still listening to that god-awful song. Your friend shouldn't be berated for calling the Beatles overrated, no matter how much you disagree. But if you put on Seinfeld and they don't laugh, say something hurtful and never take it back. Sincerely me.
We're on the last pick, Mike. This is it. I won't see you again till January.
Yeah. Do we do...
Yeah.
Can we hang out without doing the podcast?
I don't know. I don't know.
I'll come visit you.
Okay.
You don't live far.
Okay. Come visit me.
Yeah.
Send me a Christmas card.
I'll just come visit.
People, you should check the website because we have a job posting. It's for a new HR manager. So if you want to apply, feel free to apply. We're looking for good people, not bad people.
Nate just has some complaints to make.
Yeah.
He
I
wants
have
to complain.
someone to complain to.
I'm just ignoring them.
Yes.
Is there anybody you want to say thank you to before?
No.
No, you just want me to do it?
Just, yeah. I have no one.
All right. Well, first person I want to thank is you, Nate,
Ah.
for all the rad hangouts
Wow.
and all the editing and hard work you put in for the year.
All those things?
Yeah, you do a lot of good things.
Thanks, Mike. I want to thank you, too. I feel like I
feels
have
forced
to now.
hey?
Yeah. Damn it.
Edit that out. Cindy in HR for handling all my complaints about Nate.
She's gone.
Yeah, but still thank her. She's probably
not
still listening.
No way.
Oh yeah,
No way.
She's given us a 5-star rating.
Clearly, you did not see what she put on the doorstep today.
I thought that was you.
No, that was her again.
All right.
That's 4 days in a row, Mike.
Yeah. Well, I guess she's gonna give us a 1-star rating. Hey.
You better believe it.
Maybe even write a bad review.
Just a review would be great.
Yeah. I want to thank the people in the WhatsApp chat,
The people.
the people on Facebook and Twitter that have talked to us, and
All the people.
I want to thank everyone for listening and contributing all year. and
Excellent.
making this a fun thing to do. Yeah, keep checking out our website, and I might get around to doing that top 30 thing. If I do, I'll post it on iTunes and whatnot.
30?
That's what I did last year.
Is it?
Yeah, it was only 30. It just felt long.
Felt more. It felt like more.
Felt long because it was me talking about myself. And the last thing is I wanted to thank a podcast called #Questions Asking for a Friend, who took my joke about starting a Twitter feud like rappers with another podcast to a next level and made fun of us on their podcast.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Feuds are awesome.
Yeah.
Have you heard about other podcast feuds?
I haven't.
No.
This is kind of new to me.
It's a good question. So are we in a feud now?
They want us to be in a feud with them.
Oh, yeah?
But I don't really hate them. And
I don't know them.
I don't know them enough to hate them. So it's really hard.
Okay.
But they did take a shot at us.
Oh, what kind of shot?
They said they could rap better than us,
Ooh.
which is probably true.
I don't know, man.
I got no raps.
I got some rhymes.
They did say they could do a better Borat, but I feel like Nate could probably do a better Borat.
Yeah, I'm not.
I don't want you to do it now.
No, I'm
You don't-
not just pulling
you
that
don't just
stuff
do that.
out for.
It's not
for
a parlor
nothing.
trick.
No, I'm not some monkey you just throw change at.
Yeah. But I'm pretty sure they don't have a knowledge of cuddlecore like I do.
No, there's no way. There's nobody in the world that has knowledge of cuddlecore like you,
Yeah.
or orgcore, or
Any core.
any core. Yeah,
Whatever made up.
apple cores, whatever.
Well, Johnny Appleseed knows a little bit more about apple cores than
I don't
me.
think so.
No?
I don't think so.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah, thanks for including us in your episode. I don't really want to fight with anybody. So, fuck that.
Such a pacifist.
Yeah. It's not in our nature.
No, that's it. That's all.
Yeah. I
All
also
right.
want to give a shout out to to My Age Podcast. and to Sour Grapes Magazine. Check those out. And to my latest podcast fascination, the Degrassi one. That
Is
Mike
it
Parks.
good?
I like
You
it.
enjoying it?
I like Degrassi.
Yeah, I like Degrassi too.
Yeah.
But
So-
is it just people talking about Degrassi?
It's just Mike Park and a couple of his friends talking about Degrassi.
Yeah.
It was totally one of those things when I'm like, no, they're wrong. They don't know anything about Canada. Why are they making these assumptions?
Like what?
I can't remember. There were just some stuff about like language arts. They didn't really understand what language arts class was.
Yeah. That's a weird name. Why wasn't it just called English?
It's language arts. It was an art
Is it?
of language.
I don't think so.
We haven't mastered it. But check it out. Check out those other podcasts. And thanks again. Let's get to our next pick.
This last pick should have really been the first one, but I chose the first one because I thought you were going to pick it. I don't really put them in order. We've discussed this before. We discuss a lot of things in repetition here, but if I were to have put these, this would be the top. If I were to like give these a designated position in the top 5, this would be the top one. This is
Okay.
This is one of my favorite songs. I love this song.
Your favorite songs?
Yeah.
Wow.
I love it. This song comes on and I am belting it out in the car.
That's a good sign.
Yeah, it really is. It's hooky as hell. It's about one of the greatest shows television ever produced.
What show is that?
The Wonder Years.
Oh, it is a great show.
Right? Like,
And it's
timeless.
It is timeless. I think that's some of the genius of not saying what year it is,
Yeah.
not saying where they're from. Like they never say what city they're from or where they are.
Yeah.
It's just so generic and so relatable.
Yeah. The Daniel Stern voiceover,
Excellent.
so good. The dad,
Perfect. I was watching something with him the other day.
and all you ever see, was it Shameless?
No, This Is Us.
Oh,
Yeah.
I don't watch that show.
It's a good show.
Yeah. I watched the first season, but then it's a long story.
Yeah, it's all right. It's okay.
We don't have time.
No.
The song is called If Only, and it's by Masked Intruder. Off the EP, Love and Other Crimes. Love the EP. It's a band that I could listen to all the time.
Did
I
you-
don't know why anyone wouldn't like this band.
Did you have a crush on Winnie Cooper when you were a kid?
No, I had Winnie Cooper did nothing for me whatsoever. I couldn't understand for the
couldn't-
life of me why Kevin Arnold just wanted
Winnie so bad?
Winnie so bad. I just couldn't get it. And like why Winnie was so hard to get. Like none of it made sense. I was just like,
I don't
that
know if Kevin was that much of a catch
that
either.
must be a Midwest thing. It makes no sense to me whatsoever. But like, yeah, there's so many great things about that show. Like Wayne keeps calling him Scroat. That's so great. His name is Wayne.
Yeah.
The one that I always remember
The Glenn
though
of then.
is the one I always remember. Do you remember the one where Kevin was doing like he was taking piano lessons and he was learning canon in C major, I think.
I don't remember.
No, and
Keep
he had to go to he had this recital and there was this kid Ronnie something that was like also playing that song and was so good, and Kevin was just like practicing and he goes through the recital and just totally shits the bed, but he owns it the whole way through.
That's awesome. See, that's another beauty of that show is that Kevin's the main guy, but he's often not good at anything. Like he's just average.
Yeah.
Like he's legitimately average through everything. Like you kind of in a show like that, you kind of expect the guy to be like
A hero of
like
some
he's gonna get the
stuff.
girl
Yeah.
or he's gonna be a star. Like, oh, he's not really good at basketball, but he's gonna make the team. He doesn't make the team.
He's like a young Homer Simpson.
No, he's
really.
not dumb, but
Okay.
he's not like great at school either. He's just sort of
No,
like he's just
average.
like which is relatable because most of us are average.
And that you're right. That doesn't happen very often.
Yeah. He like in general, most guys don't make that shot in basketball or like
Right.
in your real life. So it's relatable that you just didn't even make the team.
Yeah.
And you're there cheering them on like some loser.
Yeah.
All right.
What's your last pick of 2018, Mike?
My last pick.
Make it a good one.
It's a good one.
All right.
It's The Eradicator,
The Eradicator.
which we've talked about.
Well, I feel like any of his songs.
Yeah, well, it's a band based on a skit from a TV show.
So,
Yeah, it
Yeah.
all works. It also works because it's a Christmas song, sort of.
is this off the new EP?
Yes.
How do you find that new EP? Do you like it?
I like it.
Yeah?
Have you listened to it?
No.
Okay. It's good. It's kind of interesting. All the songs are kind of covers, but they're not. The words are changed, but they're like he uses "I Want to Be Sedated" and "I'm the One" and "The Man in Black." And this song, it says it's based on Ella Fitzgerald's "Frosty the Snowman," but I don't think it is.
Okay.
I don't see it. If it is, it's very loosely based. But it's awesome. It's about the squash court being closed on Christmas and how he's bitter.
That's the worst.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
if you're the Eradicator and you're climbing the ladder,
Right?
and you can't beat any puss head on Christmas Day,
Right?
yeah,
Horrible.
yeah. Anyway, I thought that putting a Christmas song at the end of November,
Smart.
it's not overkill yet.
It's smart.
Yeah,
Real smart.
yeah.
No, it's just getting you ready. Are you getting ready?
I'm getting ready now.
Yeah?
Yeah.
It's time?
It's getting there.
Yeah.
You?
When do you put your tree up?
Yeah, the end of November.
Are you a real tree or a fake tree?
I got a fake tree.
Yeah, me too. That's the way to go.
Yeah, I like the real tree idea in theory, like the romantic idea of it,
Sure.
but they're a pain in the ass. They
I'm
stink.
terrified of like a fire.
They make me sneeze.
Yeah. Well, and the needles.
Yeah, that's
Right?
a lot of
Like,
cleanup.
I remember watching my dad drag a tree in every year, and like it was never really like Christmas Vacation, but it felt like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
See, I like that idea in my head. I always have this like magical moment with it, but yeah, this is easier and it's nicer.
Yeah. If only Masked Intruder and
The Eradicator, the court's closed on Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Thanks for listening, and stay cool and be excellent.
If only you and me could just be kids again. Back before I went to prison, made all those decisions I come to regret. If only you and I could go back in time, we could live across the street from each other and go to the same junior high. You could be my Winnie Cooper, you could be my girl. You could love me back this time and we could share the whole wide world. Even if I had a time machine, would I have what it would take to really do anything differently, or would I just repeat the same mistakes? 'Cause I'm all alone, and sometimes I feel like I'm not my own, or even at the wheel, and I can't be blamed for mistakes that I remake. If only, oh, if only. You could be my Winnie Cooper, you could be my girl. You could love me back this time and we could share the whole wide world. Yeah, we could share the whole wide world. Yeah, we could share the whole wide world. Yeah, we could share the whole wide world.
Rolling down the street in the back of a cab. I'm waking up early, getting ready for a match. The queen's just chilling in the palm of my hand. We're just chilling. We're just chilling. Getting out the cab with my dark black mask. Rolling to the court with my queen in hand. Walking to the door, no one inside. Stop! What the hell is this? Why's the court closed? Oh fuck! Is it Christmas again? The court is closed for Christmas. This really, really sucks. Only some people forgive the blood. This really, really sucks. The court is closed for Christmas. Fuck you, sure. Every goddamn year, I can go touch it. Is anybody
have an M&M first.
Just enjoy that M&M, hey? Do I have time for a powdered donut?
Oh, yeah.